What happens when the world knows your name before you even know yourself? When your face becomes an icon, your voice a brand, and your life a headline? Welcome to the roller coaster story of the world's most iconic celebrities, not just how they rose to fame, but how they evolved through time. This is not just about glitz and glamour. This is about survival, reinvention, and legacy. So buckle up because we're diving into the evolution of iconic celebrities through the years. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because this journey is one you don't want to miss. The Golden Era, the birth of the modern celebrity. Before celebrity was a commodity, it was a mystery. Audrey Hepburn. She wasn't born into glamour. During World War II, young Audrey carried messages for the Dutch resistance. She danced in secret to raise funds. That war-hardened ballerina transformed into the timeless image of elegance, a woman whose silence spoke volumes, whose smile lit up cinema screens. In an era without Instagram, Audrey captivated the world not with oversharing, but with grace, humility, and poise. James Dean. He was only in 3 films, that's it. But his gaze, that leather jacket, the rawness of rebel without a cause, they etched him into eternity. James Dean didn't live to see how the world would worship him. He died young, but in doing so, he became ageless. He didn't grow old with us, and that's what made him immortal. In black and white, they became legends. Without algorithms, without virality, just pure charisma and a little bit of magic. The 80s and 90s, the rise of superstardom. The world didn't just change, it exploded. Neon lights, cassette tapes, MTV. The lines between music, movies, and marketing blurred until they didn't exist at all. And at the center of this cultural hurricane, superstars. Not just celebrities, legends. Madonna. She stepped off the bus in New York with just $35 and a suitcase full of dreams. No connections, no plan B, just raw ambition and a refusal to be ignored. By the time she strutted across the stage in lace gloves and a wedding dress to sing like a virgin, Madonna wasn't just an artist. She was a cultural earthquake. She redefined reinvention. Catholic schoolgirl? Sure. Provocative dominatrix? Of course. Mystical yogi? Why not? Every transformation wasn't just a phase, it was a revolution. Madonna wasn't following the world's rules. She was writing her own. Every music video, every look, every controversy a headline. She turned sexuality into a statement, religion into art, and pop into power. Madonna taught the world that you don't wait for the spotlight, you become the spotlight. Don't just follow trends, she said with her life. Become them. Michael Jackson. He was a child prodigy with a voice beyond his years, leading the Jackson 5 into the hearts of millions. But what started as childhood stardom became something cosmic. The moonwalk wasn't just a dance, it was a moment, a movement, a mark in history. His glove, his jacket, his voice are iconic. And Thriller? Not just an album, it was the soundtrack of a generation. Michael didn't just break records, he shattered them, over and over again. But fame at that altitude came with a price. He wore surgical masks long before the world did. He lived behind gates, behind glass, behind whispers. Scandals followed him like shadows. Courtrooms became stages. His life part fantasy, part tragedy played out in the relentless eye of the media. Yet despite it all, his genius, undeniable. He invented modern pop performance. He bent reality. He gave everything to his craft, maybe too much. Michael soared to unimaginable heights, and he paid the price of superstardom. He became a symbol of brilliance and the brutal burden that came with it. Tom Cruise. When he flashed that smile in Top Gun, a new kind of star was born, a heartthrob, a daredevil, an all-American rebel with a need for speed. In Jerry Maguire, he made us laugh, cry, and scream, "Show me the money." But it wasn't enough. Cruise wanted more than box office. He wanted immortality. So he flipped the script. Literally, jumping out of planes, hanging from skyscrapers, driving motorcycles off cliffs at 60. In a world of CGI and stunt doubles, Tom Cruise became the last real movie star, not just acting in action films. He defied gravity. He defied age. He defied expectations. Cruise didn't ride the wave of Hollywood. He outsmarted it. He didn't age out. He leveled up. And in doing so, he cemented a legacy, not just as an actor, but as a legend who turned the impossible into the expected. The 2000s, fame goes digital. And then, the internet cracked open the gates of Olympus. Britney Spears. She wasn't just America's pop princess, she was its obsession. From schoolgirl skirts to tabloid breakdowns, every moment of Britney's life was public property. But in the ashes of her collapse, a movement was born, her Free Britney. She wasn't just fighting for her freedom, she was fighting for autonomy. Britney didn't just rise again, she redefined resilience. Paris Hilton. They laughed at her, called her talentless, a party girl. But behind the baby voice and glitter was a marketing mastermind. Paris was the blueprint for influencing before influencer was even a word. She flipped the narrative from socialite to CEO, from meme to mogul. Kim Kardashian, she didn't ride a wave, she built one. From a scandalous tape to a billion-dollar shapewear empire, Kim mastered the art of attention. Fashion, technology law reform. She blurred every line between reality and business, celebrity and activist. Love her or loathe her, you've talked about her. And that's the point. The 2010s, the power shift begins. Suddenly, you didn't need a studio. You just needed a voice and Wi-Fi. Emma Watson. From Hogwarts robes to the United Nations stage, Emma chose purpose over popularity. She would have vanished into nostalgia. Instead, she used her fame as a megaphone. Feminism, sustainability, education. She proved that being smart is the new sexy and that integrity can go viral. Lady Gaga. She shocked us. Meat dresses, alien personas, grand performances. But beneath the theatrics was a classically trained pianist and wounded soul. Lady Gaga stripped away the layers until all that was left was the truth. She won Grammys, then the Oscars, then hearts. She didn't fit the mold, she melted it. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, from pro wrestling trash talker to Hollywood's highest paid actor. But his real strength? Vulnerability. He spoke about loss, depression, insecurity. The muscles were real, but so was the heart. The Rock redefined masculinity for the modern world. The new icons, authenticity is the new fame. And now, fame isn't about perfection, it's about being real. Billie Eilish. She whispers instead of screams, hides instead of flaunts. And yet, she commands the stage like a storm. Billie turned teenage angst into art and anxiety into an anthem. She was weird, beautiful, sadness, marketable. She didn't chase fame, she made it chase her. Zendaya, she grew up on screen, but she grew wise beyond her years. Whether in couture or a hoodie, Zendaya embodies effortless power. From Euphoria to Paris runways, she redefines Black excellence, Gen Z cool, and timeless poise, all at once. Taylor Swift. She turned diary pages into chart toppers. She sang through every season of her life and invited us to feel with her. But don't mistake her for just a storyteller. She took back her masters, outwitted industries. Taylor turned heartbreak into legacy, and she's still evolving. These weren't just stars, they were supernovas. They didn't follow fame, they forged it. And in the process, they changed everything. The world keeps changing, and so do our stars. Some shine fast and fade, others burn slowly and leave a legacy. Fame isn't easy, reinvention isn't guaranteed. But evolution, that's the secret to staying iconic. So whether it's Marilyn Monroe or Megan Thee Stallion, Elvis Presley or Harry Styles, we love them not just for who they were, but for how they changed. Because in the end, the greatest role any celebrity can play is themselves. Who's your favorite celebrity transformation? Who do you think will still matter 50 years from now? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more deep dives into the world of fame, power, and evolution. This was the evolution of iconic celebrities through the years. And trust me, their stories are far from over.
This whole entire experience has made me realize you just have to tell people how you feel when you feel.